friend. I'm Hope, and I'm really glad you're here today. Welcome to English with Hope, a calm space for your mind and your heart. In this channel, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to rush. Here, we learn English slowly. We listen English gently. No pressure, no stress. And here, you are not alone. Wherever you are in the world, I'm right here with you. So relax your shoulders, take a slow breath, and let's begin. Let me ask you something. Do you ever feel like you are watching a movie of someone else's life, while your own life stays in the shadows? Do you wake up and immediately look at your phone, comparing your messy morning to someone else's perfect highlight reel? Does it feel like everyone else has a map, and you are the only one walking through the fog? If you feel this way, I want to tell you something very important. You are not lazy. You are not failing. And you are certainly not broken. It is so easy to get lost in the noise of the world. We spend so much energy looking at the gardens of other people that we forget to water our own flowers. We look left and we look right, but we rarely look deep inside. It's exhausting, isn't it? To always be measuring your worth by how fast someone else is running. I want you to know that your feelings are valid. It is natural to feel overwhelmed when you are carrying the weight of 1,000 other lives on your shoulders. But today, we are going to put that weight down, right here, right now. Today, we are going to talk about a very special journey. It is the journey back to yourself. When we learn to focus on ourselves, something beautiful happens. The fog begins to clear. The noise of the world becomes a soft hum in the distance. You start to find a sense of clarity that you haven't felt in a long time. In this episode, we are not just practicing English, we are practicing peace. I want to help you shift your mindset. I want to help you move from a place of looking out to a place of looking in. By the end of our time together, I hope you feel a little lighter. I hope you feel like you have permission to care for your own heart first. We are going to move slowly. We are going to be gentle with ourselves. So let's take a deep breath together and walk toward the center of your own life. I remember a time a few years ago when I felt completely lost. I was working very hard, but I didn't feel like I was moving forward. Every day I would scroll through social media. I would see friends buying houses. I would see strangers traveling to beautiful islands. I would see people who seemed to have figured it all out. I felt like a small boat in the middle of a very large stormy ocean. I was trying to follow the lights of every other ship I saw. If one ship went north, I tried to go north. If another ship went east, I tried to turn my wheel. But because I was trying to follow everyone else, I was just spinning in circles. I was exhausted. I was empty. One evening, I sat by a small lake near my house. The water was perfectly still. It was so still that it looked like a mirror. I looked at my reflection, and I realized I didn't recognize the person looking back. I had spent so much time focusing on the ships out there that I forgot I was the captain of my own boat. I had a compass the whole time. I just hadn't looked at it in years. I decided that night to stop looking at the horizon for a while. I decided to look at my own hands, to look at my own heart, and that was the day the healing truly began. Why do we look at everyone else's garden? Let's think about this for a moment. Why is it so easy to focus on others but so hard to focus on ourselves? Our minds are very old. Thousands of years ago, we needed to watch others to stay safe. We needed to belong to the group. If we were different, or if we were left behind, it was dangerous. So, your brain is actually trying to protect you. When you compare yourself to your friend or a coworker or a stranger on the internet, your brain is asking, "Am I safe? Am I doing enough to stay part of the group?" But in our modern world, this protection feels like a cage. We are constantly looking at gardens that aren't ours. Imagine you are standing at a fence. You see your neighbor's garden. The grass is so green. The roses are bright red. The paths are clean. You stand there and you think, "Why is my garden so brown? Why do I have so many weeds?" You spend hours staring through the fence. You feel sad. You feel jealous. You feel like a failure as a gardener. But here is the truth. While you are standing at the fence looking at their garden, no one is watering yours. Your garden is brown because your eyes are not on it. Your weeds are growing because your hands are busy holding on to the fence. Focusing on yourself isn't about being better than your neighbor. It's about turning around. It's about walking back to your own soil. It's about looking at the dry ground and saying, "I am here now. I am going to give you what you need." It feels scary to turn away from the fence. You might feel like you are missing out, but the beauty of your own life can only grow when you are present to witness it. The weeds in your life, your stress, your messy room, your unfinished goals, they are not signs that you are bad. They are just signs that you have been away for a while. And that is okay. You can come home now. Tomorrow morning, before you look at your phone, take 3 slow breaths. In those breaths, say to yourself, "I am coming back to my own garden today." This simple act puts the fence behind you and puts your own life in front of you. What does your own heart sound like? How many voices are living inside your head right now? Think about it for a moment. When you think about your future or your work or your happiness, whose voice is speaking? Is it your mother's voice? Is it the voice of a teacher who told you that you weren't good enough? Is it the voice of a famous person on a screen telling you that you need more money, more clothes, or a more perfect body? We live in a world that is very, very loud. It is like standing in the middle of a busy city square at noon. There are cars honking. There are people shouting. There are bright signs everywhere, all fighting for your attention. In all that noise, it is very hard to hear the one person who matters most. It is hard to hear you. Focusing on yourself is like walking away from that busy city square. It is like finding a small, quiet room with a heavy wooden door. When you close that door, the noise of the world becomes soft. And in that silence, you start to hear a very gentle sound. It is the sound of your own breath. It is the sound of your own heart. For many of us, this silence is actually quite scary. Why? Because when it is quiet, we might hear things we have been trying to ignore. We might hear our heart saying, "I am so tired." We might hear our soul saying, "I don't actually like this job." Or, "I am lonely," even when I am with people. We often focus on others because it is a way to hide from ourselves. As long as we are worried about what they think or what they are doing, we don't have to look at our own pain. We use the noise of the world like a blanket to cover up our own truth. But friend, that truth is not your enemy. Even if it feels heavy, your inner voice is your best friend. It is the only voice that truly knows the way home. When you start to focus on yourself, you are learning to listen to your own frequency. Imagine a radio. If you are tuned to everyone else's station, all you hear is static and music you don't like. Focusing on yourself is the act of slowly, gently turning the dial. You are looking for your own music. At first, you might only hear a few notes, but if you stay patient and if you stay quiet, the melody will become clear. You will start to remember what you actually love, not what you should love. But what makes your eyes light up not what you should love. This isn't a fast process. You have been listening to the world for a long time. It takes time to trust your own voice again. But I promise you, that voice is there. It has been waiting for you to come home. It has been waiting for you to close the door and say, "I'm listening now. Tell me what you need." Find 5 minutes today to sit in total silence. No music, no phone, no book. Just sit. If a thought about another person comes into your mind, gently let it go. Ask yourself, how do I feel in my body right now? Listen to the answer. That is the beginning of your own music. Why does it feel like you are standing still while the world is moving forward? Have you ever felt like you are walking through deep water? You are trying your best. You are working hard. But when you look around, it feels like everyone else is on a fast train, zooming past you. You look at your life, and it seems the same as it was last month or last year, and you start to wonder, what am I doing wrong? Why am I not further ahead? This feeling is one of the biggest reasons we stop focusing on ourselves and start looking at others. We look for proof that progress is possible. But when we see other people's big wins, it makes our small steps feel invisible. It makes our slow growth feel like no growth at all. I want to offer you a different way to look at this. Think about a beautiful, tall building in a big city. When people walk past it, they see the glass. They see the lights. They see how high it reaches into the sky. But for a very long time, sometimes for years, there was nothing to see above the ground. For months and months, there was just a big hole in the earth. There were workers in the dirt, digging deep. They were pouring heavy concrete. They were building the foundation. If you walked past that construction site every day, you might think, nothing is happening. They are just playing in the dirt. Where is the building? But the workers knew the truth. If you want to build something that reaches the clouds, you must first go deep into the dark. The taller the building, the deeper the foundation must be. If they rushed and started building the walls on soft sand, the whole thing would fall down when the first storm arrived. Your life is exactly like that. Right now, you might be in your foundation season. Maybe you are learning a new language like English. Maybe you are working on your mental health. Maybe you are just trying to get through the day without feeling overwhelmed. These things are invisible. No one can see your foundation from the outside. They can't see the deep work you are doing in your heart. They can't see the way you are choosing to be kind to yourself when you fail. Your brain sees this silence and it gets worried. It thinks, if I don't see results, I must be failing. But I want you to remember, invisible progress is still progress. In fact, it is the most important progress you will ever make. You are building the strength that will support your future. You are making sure that when your building finally rises, it will be strong enough to stand forever. Don't be angry at your slow pace. Don't be jealous of the people who seem to be rising faster than you. You don't know what their foundation looks like. Focus on your own dirt. Focus on your own stones. Trust the process of your own growth. You are not standing still. You are growing deep. Write down one small thing you did today that no one else can see. Maybe you chose to be patient. Maybe you did 5 minutes of English practice. Maybe you just decided to keep going. Look at that one thing and say, I am building my foundation today, and that is enough. Is it selfish to put yourself first? Let's talk about a word that often stops us in our tracks. It is a word that feels like a heavy stone in our pocket. That word is selfish. Let me ask you something. Do you feel a sharp pang of guilt when you say no to someone because you are tired? Do you feel like a bad person When you choose to spend your Saturday morning alone, reading or resting instead of helping someone else with their problems? Many of us have been taught that being a good person means always looking outward. We are told that we should be kind, helpful, and always available. And while kindness is a beautiful thing, there is a dangerous trap here. If you are always looking at the needs of others, you are, by definition, ignoring your own. Think of your energy like a deep stone well in a small village. Every time you help someone, every time you listen to a friend's problems, every time you work late for a boss, it is like someone is lowering a bucket into your well and taking a drink. If you are a kind person, you want to give. You want the village to be happy. But what happens if it doesn't rain? What happens if you never take the time to refill that well? Eventually, the bucket hits the bottom. It comes up empty. And then not only are you thirsty, but you have nothing left to give anyone else. When you reach that point, you start to feel resentful. You start to feel angry at the people who are asking for water. But they aren't the problem. The problem is that you forgot that the well needs care too. Focusing on yourself is not about closing your heart to the world. It is about making sure the well stays full. It is about realizing that you are a human being with limits. When you take time for your own mental health, when you focus on your own growth, you are actually becoming a better friend, a better partner, and a better worker. Why? Because you are giving from a place of abundance, not from a place of emptiness. A tree does not feel selfish for taking up sunlight. It needs that sunlight so it can grow strong branches and provide shade for others. If the tree gave away all its light, it would wither and die. Then there would be no shade for anyone. You are that tree. Your self-focus is your sunlight. It is the energy you need to survive, and eventually to help others in a way that is healthy and sustainable. So, the next time you feel that guilt, I want you to reframe it. Say to yourself, I am not being selfish. I am being responsible for my own soul. You are the only person in the world who can truly take care of you. If you don't do it, no one else will. And that is not a sad thought. It is an empowering one. Practice a small no today. If someone asks you for something that feels like a burden, even something very small, gently say, I'd love to help, but I need some time for myself today. Notice the feeling of the small no. It might feel uncomfortable at first, but that discomfort is just the sound of you reclaiming your own space. How do we stop fighting the person we are today? Here's a very deep question for you. Who are you waiting for? Are you waiting for the future version of yourself to start being happy? The version of you who is 10 kilograms lighter? The version of you who speaks perfect English? The version of you who has a better job or more money? We often spend our lives focusing on a ghost. This ghost is the perfect me. And because we are so focused on this ghost, we ignore the real person standing in the room. We ignore the person who is tired, who is trying their best, and who is living right now. Focusing on yourself means stopping the fight with your current self. Imagine you are a flower, but right now it is winter. In the winter, a flower is just a seed or a small bulb hidden under the cold, dark dirt. Does the flower hate itself because it isn't blooming in January? Does it look at the snow and think, I am a failure because I don't have red petals right now? Of course not. The flower is simply in its winter season. It is resting. It is gathering energy. Many of us are in a winter season of our lives. Maybe you are recovering from a breakup. Maybe you are in a period of transition. But we look at other people who are in their summer, the people who are blooming and bright, and we feel ashamed. We try to force our petals to open in the middle of a blizzard, and then we wonder why we feel so broken. Focusing on yourself means accepting the season you are in. It means looking at your messy parts, your mistakes, your fears, your slow progress, and saying, this is where I am right now, and that is okay. Growth cannot happen from a place of hate. You cannot shame yourself into becoming a better person. You can only grow through kindness. When you focus on yourself with love, you stop asking, "Why am I not there yet?" And you start asking, "What do I need today?" Maybe today you don't need a promotion. Maybe today you just need a glass of water and an extra hour of sleep. Maybe today you don't need to learn 50 new English words. Maybe you just need to listen to one calm story and feel okay. Acceptance is the soil of change. When you stop fighting who you are, all that fighting energy is suddenly free. You can use that energy to actually move forward, slowly and gently. Be patient with your own heart. You are a work in progress. And a work in progress is still a work of art. Look at yourself in the mirror tonight. Don't look for the things you want to change. Instead, find one thing about the today version of you that you are grateful for. Maybe it's the way you kept going today. Maybe it's the way you are trying to learn something new. Say it out loud. I am okay exactly as I am in this moment. As we come to the end of our journey today, let's take a moment to look back at the path we walked. We talked about the fence and how we spend too much time looking at other people's gardens. We talked about the quiet room and learning to hear the music of our own hearts. We remembered that invisible progress, the foundation, is often the most important work of all. And we learned that taking care of ourselves isn't selfish. It's how we keep our well full, so we can eventually help the world. If you remember only one thing from today, let it be this: you are the center of your own life. That is not a lonely thought. It is a beautiful one. You are the only person who will walk with you from your first breath to your last. Make that relationship a kind one. Make it a priority. The world will always be loud. There will always be someone faster, richer, or seemingly happier. But their journey has nothing to do with yours. Your pace is the right pace. Your path is the right path. If you only move 1 inch today, but you move in the direction of your own peace, that is a victory. Be patient with yourself. Healing takes time. Learning takes time. Focusing on yourself is a practice, not a destination. Some days you will find it easy. Other days you will find yourself back at the fence, looking at others. When that happens, don't be angry. Just gently take your own hand and lead yourself back to your own garden. You are doing much better than you think you are. I am so proud of you for being here, for listening, for choosing yourself today. It keeps this space alive and growing. With love, thank you for being here, and I can't wait to continue this journey with you. And if this lesson gave you something useful, I'd love it if you tapped like and subscribe to the channel. It helps you stay connected, and it also helps this little learning community grow. Every click really does make a difference. Goodbye for now, friend.